The internet did not explode all at once. It trembled first. A whisper on a small forum. A blurry image shared in a private group. A caption that simply read, "Is this real?" Within minutes, that whisper became a wave. Fans across the globe woke up to notifications flooding their phones. Group chats lit up. Timelines refreshed endlessly. The words, "Taekook wedding," began climbing the trending charts at a speed no one could control. No official statement. No confirmation. Just photos, alleged photos, circulating online. They were soft-focused images. Two figures standing close beneath what looked like floral arches. White fabric. Dark suits. A moment that seemed intimate, almost sacred. And yet, nothing about it was verified. But the internet does not wait for verification. Some fans stared at the images with shaking hands. Others immediately declared them fake. Edits. AI-generated illusions. Old photos manipulated into something new. The debates ignited faster than anyone could moderate them. "How could this be hidden?" one comment read. "Why would this be leaked?" asked another. As hours passed, larger accounts began reposting the images. Reaction videos appeared. TikToks dissected every pixel. Zoomed-in screenshots analyzed rings, hand placements, background lighting. Every detail became evidence. The emotional divide grew sharper. For some, the idea felt romantic, like a secret love story finally stepping into the light. For others, it felt invasive. Private. A boundary crossed. Because beyond the speculation was one undeniable truth: if the photos were real, they were never meant to be public. News blogs picked up the story cautiously. Headlines used careful language. Alleged wedding photos surface online. Fans react to viral images. No outlet claimed authenticity, but none ignored the frenzy either. Silence from official channels only intensified the storm. Fans began tracing the source. Who posted them first? A deleted account. A re-uploaded thread. Screenshots of screenshots. The origin blurred beyond recognition. And in that blur, imagination filled the gaps. Some claimed insider knowledge. Others fabricated timelines. Stories grew larger, more dramatic, more detailed with every retelling. A private ceremony overseas. A hidden guest list. Secret planning over years. None of it confirmed. All of it consumed. Meanwhile, supporters urged caution. Don't spread unverified content. Respect their privacy. Wait for facts. Their voices were steady, but the algorithm favored shock over patience. The photos themselves, real or not, became symbols. Not just of a possible wedding, but of how quickly narratives form in the digital age. In live streams, fans cried. Some from joy. Some from heartbreak. Some from confusion. Because fandom is not just admiration, it's emotional investment woven through years of music, performances, interviews, shared memories. When something this big surfaces, even as rumor, it shakes that investment. Hours turned into a full day. The images were analyzed by photography enthusiasts who questioned lighting inconsistencies. Digital artists pointed out compression artifacts. Others insisted the chemistry looked too real to be fabricated. The debate no longer centered on the people in the images. It centered on belief. What do you choose to believe when proof feels both present and absent? As night fell in one part of the world, morning arrived in another. The conversation never slept. International headlines cautiously referenced the viral speculation. Comment sections filled with translations and interpretations. Still, no confirmation. And in that silence, the intensity began to shift. The shock softened into reflection. Fans started asking different questions. Not, is it real, but, should this even be public? Because whether the photos were genuine, edited, or entirely fabricated, the impact was real. Real emotions. Real reactions. Real consequences. Some fans began deleting reposts. Others apologized for spreading unverified claims. Influencers updated their captions to clarify uncertainty. The frenzy slowly transformed into something more thoughtful. It became a lesson about boundaries in the digital age. Public figures live under constant observation. Every appearance scrutinized. Every interaction analyzed. But even global stars deserve moments untouched by speculation. If the photos were fake, it was a reminder of how powerful technology has become, how easily images can convince millions within hours. If the photos were real, it was a reminder of how fragile privacy truly is. By the second day, the trending hashtags began to decline. New topics replaced them. The internet moved on, as it always does. But the conversation left an imprint. Fans who had once reacted instantly now hesitated before sharing. Some spoke openly about parasocial relationships and expectations. Others expressed a deeper desire to support without intrusion. In the end, the alleged wedding photos became less about confirmation and more about awareness. Awareness of how quickly narratives spread. Awareness of how deeply fans feel. Awareness of the thin line between curiosity and invasion. And somewhere beyond the screens, beyond the hashtags and theories, life continued as it always had. Because sometimes, the loudest stories online are built on silence. And sometimes, the most powerful reaction is choosing not to add to the noise. Whether the images were ever proven true or definitively debunked almost became irrelevant. What remained was the reminder that behind every viral headline are real people navigating a world that rarely pauses before pressing share. The shock may have started the conversation. But reflection is what ultimately defined it.